What's a food people love and you just don't understand why? Okay. My family really loves blending some celery with water and milk. Let me tell you. It's disgusting. It tasted like milk, but you're drinking the milk off the lawn. I have no idea why my family likes it. Raisins are about the only dried fruit I don't like. Also, is there another special name for any other dried fruit, or is it always just the dried followed by the fruit's name? Why are grapes so special to get their own name? Is there a reason? Do drinks count? If so, tomato juice or stuff like V8 juice. So, LaCroix. It tastes like you're drinking TV static while someone in the other room shouts the name of a fruit. Beets. I get that they're super healthy and whatever. But for me there's so many other healthy options that don't taste like dirt. Slightly off topic. But the answers in this thread are beginning to make my blood boil. Nacho cheese. Back when Jell-O wrestling was popular. My friends and I signed up as contestants in a Jell-O wrestling contest. When we got there, instead of Jell-O there was nacho cheese to wrestle in. It took me 3 days and 8 showers to stop smelling like nachos. Oysters. Expensive. Salty snot. Kombucha. It tastes like the equivalent of purified and sanitized diarrhea and is one of the foods that is only popular because of hipsterism. Cottage cheese. Disgusting emo. Shrimp. The texture makes me feel like I'm eating caterpillars. Hard-boiled eggs. I can't stand the smell of them. Makes me wanna barf. What's worse? I'm the only one in my circle who hates them. And no one gets why. Oysters from the sea. Not the Rocky Mountain kind. I understand they're an aphrodisiac and all, but they're escargots à la bourguignon or to non-French or non-culinary people. Snails. When you ask people what's so good about it, they always tell you it's the herb butter, garlicky sauce. Why not just have some nice bread with this butter sauce? Grapefruit bitter. Bitter. Comma. And did I mention bitter? How do people eat the fruit or drink the juice? I like strong coffee and dark chocolate. So I'm not afraid of bitter. But grapefruit is just all bitter with no redeeming qualities. Studenettes, head cheese. I just can't with the pickled meat gelatin. I just can't. Probably only applies to my country, but surströmming. You know, that Swedish fermented fish that's famous around the world for smelling like the devil's and is saltier than your average cod game. Here in Sweden a lot of people love it. Especially the older generations. But I just don't get it. It's disgusting in every conceivable way. Mushrooms. I just don't like them. I think it's a texture thing. Why on earth do people enjoy the taste of anchovies? Like, do you people hate yourselves or something? Oh yeah, I forgot I was on Reddit for a sec. Right now. The Dalgona coffee food trend. I get for it all the time. But I hate bananas. The taste is bad. The texture is horrible and mushy and the smell makes me want to vomit. I have people constantly telling me that if you mix banana into food you can't taste it. But they're wrong. I can always taste it. I have never been a picky eater by any stretch. I was the kid who ate their veggies because they wanted to. And that has continued into my life, where I will pretty much try anything once, but for those few foods that I don't like. I really don't like them. I can only think of like 3. Bananas. Celery, it's crunchy water with a bad aftertaste and it ruins a tuna sandwich, and coconut, the aftertaste is bad and the papery texture makes me gag. Edit. I've had Reddit for like all of 2 weeks and this was one of the first answers I've ever made on here, and wow. I'm so glad I've found so many fellow banana haters. I feel very validated. Technically not food but Coca-Cola. Tastes horrible and leaves my teeth feeling squeaky. Ketchup. I love tomatoes and almost every food that has anything to do with tomatoes. Ketchup though. Can't stand the smell of it. Lobster. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty good. But it's severely overhyped and overpriced. Also steak. For the same reason. I have no idea why anyone would pay over $30 for a hunk of meat. It's a rather boring food emo ETA. I appreciate all the replies and input. Just wanted to add that I have had terrific steak. But the majority of the time, it's just meh to me. I tend to like foods with really complex flavor profiles, and for me, steak just doesn't have that wow factor. And I agree that it's much cheaper and tastier at home. Super spicy foods. Do they really enjoy their mouths being on fire? Squash. What part of squash makes you want to cut it up and put it in your body? Lol, I never understood it. Not really a food, but a herb. Cilantro. Whenever my family would get tacos, we would get them with cilantro. I don't know how anyone could like or stand the taste of them because for me it tastes like nickels. Avocado. It's mushy, flavorless and has the texture of wet grass. I've tried eating it in sushi. I've tried putting it on toast with some sugar. I've tried blending it into a milkshake or smoothie. I've tried adding it to salads, sandwiches, desserts, everything. It just sticks out like a sore thumb. Still sucks. Edit. I'm getting people telling me to try it in savory dishes. Sorry guys. Still doesn't work. The blandness just sticks out like a sore thumb. My mom loves it with some salt and paprika. And my dad is a fan of guac. But I just can't. Apricots. Everyone I know loves them. But I really don't like them at all. Mushrooms. Nobody seems to have noticed that there's some sort of fungus. Bananas. I have always thought they were slimy. And banana-flavored candy is utterly repulsive. Honestly, seafood. Anything remotely shellfish makes me gag. The smell, the taste, the chewy texture, and any fish that's too fishy. Apparently just about everyone around me loves the fat part of steaks and I don't know why. My mom says I'm getting rid of the best part whenever I cut it off. But I just don't understand what she and others like about it. Both texture and taste-wise. It's just bad to me. IPA beer. It tastes like freshly mowed grass. Grits. Southerners always try to convince me that I just haven't had them prepared right, but I can't get past the look. And I'm not going anywhere near that texture. No thank you. Cucumbers. I don't want your crunchy flavored water veggie. If I wanted water I'd drink water. Any sort of pasta salad or vegetable salad. Cold pasta is a texture nightmare first off. Mixing mustard, mayonnaise, ranch, or any sort of tangy condiment with cold noodles or peas or potatoes is just plain disgusting. Bacon. It's fine to me, but a lot of people talk about how much they love it and I'm like, I could take it or leave it, and usually lean to leaving it. Ranch dressing with pizza. Pizza already has enough going on. Sea urchin. Like bitter fishy earwax custard. I'll never understand the hype around avocados. The texture is revolting. They're expensive. And the taste is just so uninteresting? I don't get it. Cilantro. Tastes like soap. Celery. It smells. It's stringy. And it tastes like a weird combination of nothingness and desperation. Stop putting it in my food. I don't care if it has negative calories. Pickles. And pickle juice. What the is wrong with everyone? It's like a non-stop bad dream with all this drinking pickle juice nonsense, and the flavor, dill. And stop putting the on my burgers. I don't want my car to come with the wheels angled inward like your friend's brother's 2003 Honda Civic. I don't want my pants pre-ripped. I don't want my purchases ruined before I get them. Stop putting pickles on my food without being asked. Edit. And milk. People that will choose to drink a glass of milk are strangers to me. Scallops. If you say that to people, most will tell you. If you have them cooked correctly, you will love them. No. I have worked at very nice seafood and sushi restaurants. I have eaten them raw, seared, grilled, and baked. I don't like them. I never will. Chick-fil-A. It's just nothing to write home about. Brie cheese. I think it just tastes like moldy dirt. People are obsessed with it. Mustard. We had a cooking lab in class and we had to make a savory dish that included mustard in it. I held my breath the entire time because even the smell makes me sick. Eggs. All rubbery and sulfurous. Nutella. It's so sweet and slimy. Coconut. It's disgusting. Nauseated face vomiting. Avocado. It tastes like garbage. I don't understand the hype. Anything from Taco Bell. Especially when there's an authentic Mexican restaurant nearby that's just like $1 or $2 more. McDonald's in general. It's just a crappy burger. I'll eat it if it's 3 a.m. and I'm in an airport or something. But yet I know people who wait with breathless anticipation for the next special release or who regularly choose it as their treat or cheat food, and just why? If I'm watching my calories and give myself a break, it's definitely not to the Golden Arches I'd go. I'm vegetarian and there's 3 things I'm not a fan of. Cilantro, black beans, and sweet potato. For some ungodly reason one of these 3 ingredients shows up in every vegetarian recipe I look at. It's not even a swappable item either. It somehow becomes the main focus of the dish.